Hi, I'm Harriet Hageman, and it is my honor to serve you in Congress. This was another productive week here in Washington, D.C., and I would like to highlight just a few of the votes that I cast, as well as provide an update on new legislation that I am co-sponsoring. On Thursday, I voted in favor of the No Funds for Iranian Terrorism Act, which imposes immediate and mandatory sanctions on any financial institution that engages in a transaction with the Qatari banks holding the $6 billion of Iranian funds recklessly released by President Biden earlier this year. This bill prevents Iran, the largest state sponsor of terrorism, from accessing these funds, which they could then use to fund terrorist acts. I also voted in favor of protecting our communities from failure to secure the Border Act. This bill will stop federal dollars from being used to provide housing for illegal immigrants on any land under the jurisdiction of federal land management agencies, including the National Park Service, the Bureau of Land Management, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and the Forest Service. President Biden's open border policies have incentivized a dangerous increase in illegal immigration at our border. Now, extreme Democrats are using our national parks to house illegal aliens, which will only further exacerbate this crisis. The Protecting Our Communities from Failure to Secure the Border Act prevents this from happening. In addition to these votes, I introduced the Safeguarding Electoral Integrity Act of 2023. In March 2021, President Biden's White House announced an executive order on promoting access to voting. This EO directed federal agencies to consider ways to expand citizens' opportunities to register to vote and to obtain information about and participate in the electoral process. While this sounds good in theory, the devil is in the details, and Biden's actions reflect an unconstitutional expansion of the federal government into election administration. I have often said that you do not want the federal government to be involved in elections. States have the authority and responsibility to oversee and conduct our elections. The executive order that this bill repeals is just the latest proof that the Biden administration doesn't understand this simple fact. And it is further proof that they believe Washington bureaucrats know better than everyone else about pretty much everything, despite substantial evidence to the contrary. Total control of our lives is their ultimate goal. I am proud to say this bill has already advanced through the House Administration Committee, and I look forward to its passage by the full House. The electoral process is one of the most important aspects of our republic. We cannot permit the Biden administration to tamper with our elections as he continues to violate our Constitution on a daily basis. I also co-sponsored a bill to provide for the withdrawal of the United States from the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The United Nations is a failed and corrupt organization. I believe the United States should withdraw from the UN completely, but withdrawing from their climate change nonsense is a good start. And finally, on Thursday, the Select Committee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government held yet another hearing with Matt Taibbi and Michael Shellenberger and others to discuss the ways in which the federal government has been violating the First and Fourth Amendment rights throughout their censorship and surveillance activities. Please go to our official website to watch the video. It is quite enlightening and frightening, and these actions must be stopped. For more information on these bills, videos of my statements, and questioning in my committees, or help with any federal agency, please visit my website at hageman.house.gov. I hope that all of you have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and God bless you and your family.